Good afternoon, everyone. This is Margaret Smith coming to you with another video. Now, today's video is in cooperation with the J K Karani Foundation. I've asked to do a presentation, and I'm starting my presentation with this basket of food right here. Right there, folks, you can see it. It's a large basket and it has an assortment of the foods that you can have daily to meet your nutrients requirements. There you have corn, squash that you may have otherwise known as pumpkin, tomatoes, oranges, ripe banana, green bananas, and I have some corn. It's just coming up now, folks. It's in season now. Corn. These in my basket are not quite fully fit, but they're available. So there they are. Corn and garlic, cassava. As you can see there, I have one cassava, and the garlic is always good to have. It reduces your blood pressure, and it also tenderizes your meats. But be aware of that garlic, folks, that people that already have low blood pressure, it will even bring the blood pressure further down. I've experienced it myself, so I've cut back. I have personally cut back on garlic. I use a small amount, but not a large amount, because my blood pressure, if it gets down too low, I start to get a little dizzy. And that will make you get dizzy and you'll fall. So you have to be careful to watch the level of garlic that you use if you have low blood pressure. Or if you have high, be careful how much garlic you contain. So there it is, folks. I have the bright red kidney beans. You can see it there. I took it out of the original bag, and I have the broad beans that people can always add to their stew, full of protein, so it can stretch your meat a little further. Yeah, and give you a good, balanced, nutritious meal. And here also I have spinach, green spinach, baby spinach. Very easy to cook. You can add it to your soups, or you can add it to omelet. You can just throw a few of that in your eggs, turn it over, and you can make a nice omelet for breakfast. There's the eggs. Yes, folks. So all that I have on the table here, you can have it either at supper time, lunchtime, or dinner time, especially for the elderly that don't go out too often to get stuff. Here's my cheese. A bit of cheese. Crackers. You notice, folks, I have crackers, and it's unsalted crackers for people who are watching their salt intake. Yeah, for people who are watching their salt intake, there's the unsalted crackers. Bit of sugar if you need it. And crackers, you can have that also anytime. I love to soak my crackers in some tea sometimes and have that instead of bread. And folks, don't forget to always have this in your house. Prunes, they're really good. You don't want to get constipated and have to be struggling to go to the bathroom. And mackerel, did I turn that upside down? No. Mackerel, folks, you can have it for dinner, for lunch, or for supper. It's all fish. fish. There's pink salmon, and you also have some sardines. Really good for lunch or anytime. Anytime, folks. Anytime. These are nutritious stuff that you get some good protein and calcium out of. You cannot go wrong with these. They're not very salty and they have a lot of calcium. You can eat the bones. The little soft bones will do you no harm. You can crush it up and have it with your fish. I also have a can of milk. This is condensed milk that you can use for your porridge or for your tea or for whatever. Tomato, crushed tomato. Yeah, crushed tomatoes ready to go, either in your meat or in your soup. Gives it a nice flavor. I saw some girl in Kenya the other day was making fish soup, and she put some tomatoes in it. That must taste very nice. And I remember also a lady, I was sick one time with the flu, and I'd gone by her to work and I could barely manage, and she gave me a cup of her turkey soup. And it was the first time that I had turkey soup with tomatoes in it. It tasted so delicious. That tomato surely brings out the flavor of any soup. Many people put tomatoes in their soup. Not a lot, but they put it in and it brings out a lovely flavor. So for the starches, see, we have spaghetti. You can have it with your meat sauce. And I have macaroni. You can also have that macaroni and cheese. There's the cheese you can use for macaroni and cheese. And it's very healthy. The cheese has a lot of calcium also and protein. Good for the bones. And the oatmeal is a quick oatmeal, folks. It doesn't take very long to cook. Very quick. In 3 minutes, your porridge will be done. It's a very quick 3 minute. Quick. It says quick, and that's what they mean, quick. It will cook in no time. And for starch, there I have, again, folks, rice. That's part of the starch family. With the macaroni and the spaghetti, part of the starch family. Rice. And for breakfast, we have these little individual package of cereal you can have at breakfast time. So that's just some samples, folks, of all the foods that we have that you can easily prepare at home, especially with the elderly. These are cream, pudding, vanilla, and as you see, folks, made out of skim milk. Milk is good. Daily allowance of skim milk is recommended for the bones. Maintain the bones. So, just a sample, folks, of all these nice foods that you can add to your daily food supply. And planning of your daily intake of nutrients. You can use these foods to do that. Now I have to do a presentation of food and nutrition. I'll let you know the nutrients in some of these foods that I display here. So that'll be my next video. There in the basket here we have the cabbage. This cabbage is so good. Very good. Very good to have. You can add it with your, what's that? You can add it in your stew, or you can do whatever you want to do with the cabbage. Very good vegetables to have. And it's easy to cook. This one is not hard. Some of them are hard, but this one is not so hard. And this squash is not quite fit, but it's on the market, so I decided I'll pick it up corn, not quite ready, but it can be eaten. Got tomatoes, nice fresh tomatoes, oranges, green bananas. Yes. Yes, folks, so that's some of the samples of the food that I have to make up and to give you an idea of the food that you can use to make up your daily allowance of food intake. Very nutritious food. It'll give you good values. You have your fruits, you have your milk, you have your calcium supply, protein, the eggs, you have protein, the eggs whites. That's where most of the protein is. You can skip one of the yellow if you wish, because that's the fatty part. But you can have the whites anytime. Yes, folks, bread. I usually stick with whole wheat bread because the white bread has a lot of starch in it. So this is just an idea and a sample, folks, of what you can do to prepare your meals. Now I have another video in my collection that has to do with meat and fish. So I will post that up for the Karani's family to post on their launching of the foundation. They can use that also. That video has my purchases of meat stuff. So I could post that video for them also. And in my next presentation will be my discussion, my introduction to food and nutrition. I will be speaking about the nutrients value of some of the foods that we will be eating. Yeah, I have some beets in my fridge. I didn't take that out. It's a little old, but I have some beets there. And I will be mentioning about the beets in my discussion with food and nutrition, my introduction to food and nutrition, and how I started to get interested and involved in food and nutrition. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.